issue is, and I think Bill hit on it, you're hitting on it in a different fashion. It's I have to compromise my earnings or my the talent pool that I have to deal with in order to be diverse. And you know, part of the objective of us sitting up here in the whole diversity, you know, committee is to try to dispel that. And I will tell you at Camden, for example, the last board member that we recruited was African American. He's a Harvard MBA, very smart guy in telecommunications business. But I will tell you that on my board, I had a guy retire, so we have 9 people on our board. And before Kelvin came in, we recruited him directly. We had 8 sort of middle-aged or older white guys and me. And I'm technically Spanish surname. My grandmother and grandfather from Spain. My father, first generation. So soy Ricardo Jose Campo, and you know so I get that check mark. But with that said, some people might look at the other half of me, which is from my mother's side, who's Scottish and English. But with that said, it was interesting recruiting Kelvin because we had people on the board who were uncomfortable with African American, and once they met him, and we didn't compromise at all anyway. But this whole idea of education is you don't have to compromise. The last 3 people we hired in our fund management business, which is a mid six figure income guy. We just hired a IT person, a manager level IT person, both African American. We just hired a new financial person in our finance department who is an MBA Hispanic woman. We are in the process of recruiting a new board member, and it's a mandate. The mandate is Hispanic woman in consumer products, not real estate, and doesn't have to be sitting CEO, which is because if you take the sitting CEO out of the equation, you get a whole lot more hits when you start searching for that. But it gets to this whole issue of A, you don't have to compromise on quality, and B, you have to educate people because people generally want to have people like them around them, unless you educate them that it's better not to. And we get a great deal as at Bazzuto, you obviously know that you're serving your customers, and your customers are diverse. And so you're going to have diversity in your brain, then you're going to have a problem dealing with those people ultimately. And I think that's it's good business, and we have to communicate that to the recalcitrant CEOs and other senior people to make sure they understand that.